Because the virtual camera is not installed. How's everyone doing? I should probably update OBS before I start streaming. But let's just check. Yeah, fine. Sound good? I think it's good. Is that nice? You like it? Do you like that? Better? It's a little soft, isn't it? Like a little bit more? Ooh, that's a lot. Is that a lot? Can we roll with that? Hey. Hi. Is this literally just it's not even a gain button. It's just like a volume control on the mic. Is this literally just it's not even a gain button. It's just like a volume control on the mic. All right, how's this? Do I keep the microphone like this? All right, how's this? Do I keep the microphone like this? Holy shit, man. So much is going on. James Comey indicted for seashell like memes. 86. I'm sorry, I'm citing this. This isn't me. Don't wish this. It's just me referencing Nikita, the ex guy that like head of product development, that basically says you cannot repost anything and make any money. How the fuck can you do any journalism if you can't reference something? There's a post, you reference it. In the age of like digital media, you reference someone else's post. That's how it fucking works. Fuckhead. Fucking Jew. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. No, but it's true. It's like, hey, okay, so what was I saying? Shit. Oh yeah, Comey, seashells. Sorry. A horrible week of inflammation. I'll get into that in a second. Neuroinflammation. Not like my knee is sore and therefore my brain doesn't work. That would be nice. I would take knee pain over neuroinflammation. But yeah, so seashells, Demolition Man, like, okay, dude, it's like open for interpretation. It's a metaphor. Clearly, this is the kind of legal fare that Trump faced during his first term, thrown back at the assailants, the original perpetrators. But it's kind of weak because substantively, it's like the charge itself, but James Comey, like, this is nothing. This is like he didn't really want to kill anyone. He wasn't trying to incite violence against the president. He's just like, actually, I think there's something there in that regard. But in terms of like implying that he wants to kill the president or that someone should kill the president, no, I just, I don't think so. It's the hypothetical incitement, which has basically been stated by everyone. I mean, people have said this about Biden. Like Jack Posobiec said that, 86-46, which is, President Biden. But and anyway, yeah, a crazy week. I took melatonin after my inflammation from like one dose of Abilify. Again, I know you're going to look up it's an antipsychotic. I took it the low dose for inflammation. It's supposed to modulate the Kiernan pathway, which I think it did. And in so doing, I think you have to have the scaffolding, like you have to have like some serotonin. It's complicated. If you are taking an agonist of the 5-HT receptors and you don't have ample serotonin, you'll burn out. I took one pill, waited, I was up and then I was down. And I took some melatonin, which blocks serotonin, basically increases Kiernan, possibly quinolic acid, and then that crashed me. And that was very scary because it's a fucking supplement. It's like everyone takes that to go to bed. Not everybody, but it's very normal. The P5P as well, precursor to to serotonin, the bioavailable version. Again, taking that, and that with the melatonin, was that the problem? Not even the Abilify? It's crazy, dude. I just got really sensitive. It's not fair. Like, why do I have to deal with crazy shit like this? The U.S. Senate has voted to block a resolution that would prevent... Of course, they voted to block a resolution that would prevent Trump from launching a U.S. military strike in Cuba. I want tax-free Cuba. I think that's great for our future. Tax-free Cuba sounds like a great idea. My lawyers are about to serve someone today. Oh, I'm just waiting for like the retribution or the damage to come back at me. It's kind of scary. They're like, they're really good. They're like super lawyers, as they say in the trade. What kind of lawyers do you have? They're super lawyers. So they charge you $2,000 an hour. I know my humble surroundings suggest, how are you affording that? Don't you worry. It's a special Latin word called contingency. It's $2,000 an hour plus fees on top of it, so it could be more than the fee that I'm not going to share with you. But yeah, it's I'm waiting for them to send me a demand letter so I can see it and then approve of it for them to send to the person who deserves to be demanded. They demanded of, reprimanded, and demanded of. I guess for mediation, not necessarily a monetary amount. I don't know what they're up to, but I'm sure they'll tell me. My friend pays $18,000 a month for his penthouse that he doesn't use, and I'm like, can I just use this to get laid? He's like, what do you mean? Well, I don't mean I want to live there. I want to take girls there from seeking arrangement and make them think that I'm richer than I am, and then have sex with them, and then not pay them anything. Because the great thing about seeking arrangement is you can have hoes that are selling themselves to you to be like, I want an allowance, but I have to show this guy that I'm really good at blowjobs, that I can do tricks on it. And she does when she sees the place. She does lots of tricks. That's nice. And he actually liked that. He's like, I'll consider it. I'm like, all right, thank you. It's a great penthouse. It's gorgeous. Has a movie room, all that shit. Just fucking the tits. You got to have class, you got to have like a cinema. You have to be like whatever you do in life, you have to be in the arts in some degree. Maybe you're just like a mouth breather, but maybe you want to show some idiot girl that vaguely knows what Fellini is, a Fellini movie. Borderline personality disorder, introverted. Oh my God, it's going to be awesome. The problem is the novelty of like crazy sex with crazy girls is not that interesting as you get older. You don't need it as much. When you do need it, you need it, but you just don't. What you really want is like some warm cookies, some like gooey, yummy, warm cookies, maybe a glass of milk, and like you want to be like cozy. You don't really need like like you're just like roiling some girl like Danny DeVito as the Coswald Cobblepot guy. It's just and this could just be that I'm on like a lower dose of testosterone. But it's such a waste of time. Women are such a waste of time. Just be around ones that are like worth your while. People you care about. Just the pursuit of sex in of itself is homosexual in nature. It's just hypersexuality for like no end. It's so stupid. And to think that, my friend who sold his company made $80 million, that he has more time to do other things, and he doesn't do that. He's a family. He doesn't cheat. He doesn't, he can just fly girls in from Instagram anytime he wants. He has a jet thing that he has access to, like a NetJets, and he doesn't do it. My other friend works at Politico, and he had a fight with his editor, so the editor did not give him his usual tickets to the White House Correspondents' Dinner, and I'm laughing my ass off because I'm like, that would have been fun. I think that would have been fun. I think that particular person at that event, worried about gunshots because they're a little different than other people, would have acted like a pretty funny person. He's about to divorce his wife. Oh my God, she's crazy. When they had a fight, her parents were over. They took her side, of course, the parents of the girl, and they took the furniture he recently bought and they like removed it from the house physically, like dragged it into the lawn of the house that he bought, the $2.8 million house, giving her name on the deed with no equity put down. Like he put down like $800,000, and so she's now a millionaire basically for free. And she doesn't let anyone touch the baby. She's afraid of people molesting their baby, of germs, weird things. His parents aren't allowed to touch the baby. She wants her parents to move in next door, so Daniel has to pay for that to protect the baby. I think this is like craziness out of like running with scissors. Is that a good analogy? Running with scissors. Running. Yeah. Good comp for in interest of protecting names. I asked someone, just like a quirky family that like almost wants to inflict themselves on other people. And I think they did this. They tricked my friend who's different into basically marrying their daughter, and then right when the baby happens, she claims it's postpartum, but there was weirdness before this. She was upset about the prenup. She like bawled about the prenup, cried, wanted a Range Rover. That's not necessarily weird. This is gold digger shit. But this girl made like $30,000 a year as like an artist, famous artist. You know, Art Basel featured, you know, galleries, and all, but still, just there's something. It's like she's. God, this bitch. And he's gonna have to pay for her lawyers. When you get divorced, that's the problem. You have to pay for her counsel. Because, and the worst thing is, the longer you're divorced from a crazy girl and you don't do anything about it, she gets used to the standard of living. And if there's an income disparity prior to the marriage, you're going to have to keep her in that. She's going to be like, and worse yet, you have a baby. She's going to have access to the baby and make the baby crazy and make the baby hate you. She's going to talk shit about you to the baby. If she's crazy, she'll do that. Women do that. My mom did it. And you're going to have to pay for the psychiatrist, and you're going to have to pay for this kid's school, and the baby's going to hate you the entire fucking time. It's predestined. He needs to get full custody now. She needs to be shot. I think she should be like put like, you know, like one of those pools where like don't get a fence, have this like universal cover, but like put her under the water first and then put weights on it. And say it was like a freak accident, because I was like, I was working out by the pool, like, you know, like Gold's Gym outside in Venice, and my weights, the wind must have like rolled over, and you know, when the thing came out, this doesn't make any sense, but I don't know. She got under there. I didn't know she was there. I put the pool cover on. She was doing like, you know, jazzercising in the water because of her bad back, and oops, sorry, Your Honor. This woman is dangerous. I just don't know whether she's like a vindictive crazy, like she's assertive with her craziness, like she's like deny or die, goes all the way to the grave with it, with court, lying, depositions, lying, has weird psychiatrist that like takes her side, crazy. There's like some like incentive to believe this woman by people around her, even though she's fucking crazy. She like basically justifies everything she did that was weird, that's like verifiable, like with video or text messages, as postpartum, and then she gets sympathy, like this is like, you know, female toxic masculinity, female like abuse, because this person simply just doesn't understand, they're selfish, and she gets full custody, she gets the house, he has to get an apartment, he's paying the mortgage. That could easily happen. I told him, date some stripper with borderline personality disorder. She'll be grateful. She's way less crazy than this. They just want to make sure you don't leave. He's so devoted, they wouldn't. She wouldn't. He wouldn't. She'd overcome her childhood trauma when her uncle touched her. She'd be doing tricks on my friend's shit forever. Could probably be a great mom because they don't want people to have the abuse that they had, so they're extra attentive, you know? Usually their mother's like a little crazy, maybe narcissistic. They want to do the opposite of all of that, you know, because they know it's like. So you just have to convince them that you're not going to leave. Dude. Crazy. So hard with the women. But the war with Iran looks like it's going to end with like a fake, like we won, ha ha ha. It's going to culminate in something, but then end. Earnings seasons right now. I'm about to move, so it's a little stressful. Got some news tomorrow morning early. Can't do anything about it. I'm positioned to be liquid in case there's bad news. I don't like that. I don't want that to happen, but it's possible. It's like one of those things where like the company could do something and they haven't done it because they're waiting for something better, but it's all in their control. But there could be some negative, like bad actors that know that they're time constrained for getting max value at an asset and selling it and protecting their balance sheet. So they could come in real hard and scare some people, but those same people could also be working for the company to basically scare people out of shares that are basically implying that equity is worth zero. I'm not going to tell you which company, Bausch Health. So BLCO, the company that's Bausch & Lomb, the eye care brand, stalwart, tangible or intangible, tangible and intangible value. Lots, you know, name brand you can trust. Well, they own 88%, Bausch Health does. And they have earnings tomorrow. So basically 88% of BLCO as a separate company is kind of owned by Bausch and therefore is representative of Bausch. And so that's a direct correlation. I don't think any of these numbers really matter for these legacy companies. What matters is what's going to happen. Is there any news about a buyout? I think John Paulson, who's the board of directors at Bausch, who bought Carl Icahn shares at a 20% premium in August of last year, $9. I mean, it's at $5.50, like 9 something. It's a lot. It's gone down a lot. $350 million worth of shares. That's a lot of money to be underwater. You know, $150 million, even if you're a billionaire, it's not pennies per se. It's more of a reputational thing. The point is, it's a controlling thing. He wants to control the shares. He wants to control the equity, be in position to do something. What could he do? Well, he could work with bondholders. He could work with financiers like Blackstone, more likely Blackstone, and basically take BLCO private and make the equity holders of BHC rich. A good example for you laymen, fucking retards, just kidding, no, but like this is how it works. Say you don't have, you have good credit, but you don't have $1 million, but there's a house, okay, that's worth $1 million, and you have $100,000 in cash. That's all you have. Somehow, SoFi credit loan, 10% down, you're able to get it. Let's make it simple. Let's say you have $200,000, okay, 20% more manageable to get the $1 million house. Very simple. A lot of people fall into this category for regular residential homes. So you take out a loan for $800,000 to buy the $1 million house, and you put down $200,000. Okay, very simple. It's not 1 to 10 like I want it to be for the sake of this example, but it's good enough. Let's say in 5 years, let's just say in a year, the house doubles in price. Okay, it goes from $1 million to $2 million. What is your return in terms of cash? Like, how much money did you? What's the accretion value and like absolute value for you? I'll wait. Anybody? It's $1.2 million. You made like 6x your money, not including fees and everything else. 6x your money. 6 times, 600% return because of you borrowing the debt. With Bausch, it's a similar thing. They're not looking to do a leveraged buyout and borrow money to buy a house or buy a company and do basically the same thing as a publicly traded entity. They're doing an inversion of that where they are refinancing their debt to make their debt to equity ratio internally look better. Does that make sense? Like they are the entity that they're like making look pretty rather than acquiring something. They're basically selling an asset or spinning off something to achieve value that would be like them purchasing themselves and having a certain equity base and having that accrue and value relative to the current market cap and the current debt to equity ratio. So if debt's really high and that's keeping the valuation low, and all of a sudden you cut that in half by selling a company at the market right now, a $10 billion swing in cash, that divided by the shares outstanding imply an intrinsic value that's like 5 or 6 times what the current stock price is. If Bausch & Lomb was sold today at its current price, not a premium. It's artificially deflated or pushed down because 88% of the shares are owned by Bausch Health. You see how that's like a problem in a sense of like seeing what's about to happen? You can't really judge the value of Bausch & Lomb because you can't have a lot of market makers move that stock with just 12% of the float available. Do you see what I mean? Or the float is 12% of the equity. It's like there's not. You're gonna wake up one day, it's gonna be sold, and you have no idea what happened. It's like, well, it was $15, now it's like easily 25. That could easily happen with a stock like BLCO. But what I think is more likely to happen is it'll go private. You can basically control both entities and gain the private equity value. You can do an IPO Bausch & Lomb again and basically get the refinancing value for Bausch Health with the $10 billion swing towards Bausch, and then you didn't like any of the prices people were offering for Bausch & Lomb, you just clean that up as a private company and you initiate a new IPO for Bausch & Lomb, and you get proceeds from that, like that are probably more lucrative. Kind of like you just create conservatorship that's private for a company that you're like, you know what, the whole trade here is owning Bausch & Lomb and then getting value. Let's get the value from Bausch & Lomb ourselves. Let's take it private. Let's load up with debt to buy it, and then let's create an IPO to pay off that debt. And so you get to do that with Bausch Health, and then you get to do that again with Bausch & Lomb as 2 separate transactions. That's pretty awesome, I think, and smart. I just don't know that that's what they're going to do. And people will say, well, Carl Icahn was a huge fan. He's out. I'm like, well, his swap contract's unclear. Now, important to mention, it sounds like the swap contracts are probably not in play anymore for Carl, because Nomura, who usually does that, yeah. What is this? What are we looking at? Well, this is BLCO. Just give me 1 second. I'm just looking at BLCO. Someone add recently? Nah. D. Shaw has added a little bit. They know what's up. But yeah, Nomura had a pretty large position here in derivatives that are, well, equity, but possibly the base for the derivative contracts, the swap contracts with Icahn, and I think they dumped them. Let's see. Yeah, Nomura is out, basically. It looks like they're out. They had a $60 million market value of equity that possibly was the other end of the swap contracts. But with swap contracts, you don't necessarily need to have direct exposure. They just have to have like a tranche that will like offset the derivatives of icons for Bausch. So it doesn't have to be 1-to-1 of the same security. Still, they're out of it. Alex Morello, like 100% of his portfolios, and he's a billionaire. He's in Bausch. Has not changed as of, last year. New player, Leon Tech Securities AG, massive purchase, 375 billion. Is this Swiss? Is this Swiss? Just ask my friend. Massive purchase. How much money do they have under? Yeah, they have like a 10% holding. Tell us my Swiss friend. She's in finance. Yeah, huge. That's more than 10%. It's like 15% of their portfolio. Smart. Wow. Do I like them? Do I like them? Wait, what? Are these in Swiss? Can we change the currency here? God, I don't need to see this in. No. Can we? Yeah, this is not in dollars. Oh. Very confusing. What's the conversion? My phone's about to die. Okay. So. Yeah. Did you guys like seeing Nick and what's his name, Keith Woods in Italy? I liked it. I liked the weird homeless person asking Nick to move the car, and he's like, no. He's like right by the Vatican. Some homeless like Romani weirdo is like, give me money, move car, and then he asks for money. And he's like, fuck off, and he tells him, oh, fuck you, motherfucker, fuck you. That's what they do. It's like a weird thing. They ask you to do something for them, providing a service that's useless to you. Then they ask for money for providing it, and you don't give. It's bizarre. It's like, let me help you. It's like, I'm standing right here. Let me help you stand over there, and that'll be 10 euros. I'm like, go away. Like, it's like as if you just bought like, I don't know, some trinket from them and broke it or something in their face and said, I'm not paying for it. It's not the case. I had I think I said this before. I had jet lag, and I went to the Louvre like last year, coming off the plane, and the Romani people are like trying to pick my pockets, trying to find my wallet, and this British guy like, dude, careful about these people. I was like filling out a form to help blind kids, and I like was so tired I didn't realize I was being scammed, and like people were literally like in my pockets trying to find my wallet. Yeah. So fucking stupid. The Romani people look at the type of shoes you have. Like that's why they like. That's probably why they're on the floor. They want to see like how nice your shoes are, and then like jangle their chain for like. Oh shit! There's stuff coming in here. But like, You know, it's like an extra strong jingle because it's like, oh, shiny shoes, shiny shoe boy. Oh, you could. Or maybe like they're more happy when they do it. Like, oh, hi. You want to give me money? Ah. Stupid. Oh, I don't know if you can tell. I'm so inflamed. I took an antibiotic because I didn't know that when you have bacteriostatic water for your like testosterone injections, that if you leave it in the fridge beyond 30 days, it turns into carbonic acid. I didn't know that, and that can cause mast cell activation. So then I took an antibiotic, and that's probably like fucking with my gut and my serotonin levels, just my immune system in general. If anyone reads this and they're really or listens to the show, size nuclear smaller. I'm gonna read that article, and they are really into neuroinflammation or chronic fatigue syndrome or long COVID or whatever you want to call it. I'm down to clown. What exactly went on when I took melatonin that gave me a huge flare, like one of the worst flares I've ever had, where I debated going to the hospital, but I know they wouldn't help me. It's like that blocked serotonin and increased quinolic acid, which is a toxic metabolite. Okay. Why is the kiernin pathway activated? Like why would, if you're inflamed, why would it be extra? I actually want to know that. Why is the kiernin pathway activated in inflammatory states? Shouldn't it be the opposite? Shouldn't your body like say no, bad, right? Why is kynurenine pathway activated in inflammation? Right, like why, like, but it causes, but it's consequences of chronic activation. Depression, neurotoxicity, quinolytic acid. Okay, so how do we, okay, let's say, how would one combat quinolytic acid buildup? Kynurenine. So kynurenine. Let's see. How would one combat quinolyc acid buildup in a kynurenine overactivated state? Yeah, how? B6, magnesium. It says take melatonin. What? Doesn't make any sense. None of this makes any sense to me. Did anyone get back to me? Hold on. I asked about this. No one likes my voice notes. No one wants to respond to them. Yeah, why? Why is that the case? Why might melatonin and B6 cause further inflammation? Oh. Enhances T slot. Okay. Wow. Yeah. Dude, crazy. I just don't. It's scary. How does Abilify control Chi? I'm going to say neuronin pathway. Is there lithium? I keep silicoxo. I never fucking get it. Gotta write down in my notes. Celebrex. Yeah, okay. I keep forgetting to order that. Order Celebrex. Do it. Order Celebrex. IDO inhibitor. What else? What the fuck is this? Minocycline. Order minocycline. Lithium. Oh, does Medbase have any of these? Medbase, let's see. It's a place to go to get drugs. It's awesome. From India, I think. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just really bad. I'm just in a bad flare trying to, by talking, Celebrex. They have Celebrex, though, I think. Right? Celahil? Is this what they call it? Celahil? Yeah, celecoxib. Yeah, it's so cheap too. Oh, why didn't I get that? The class of non-steroidal anti-inflammatories, in terms of their method of action, is just vast. It's like it's such a vague term. It's like they're retarded. Oh no, my little coffee thing. Okay. So there's epicadostate. Metformin? Oh, imatinib. Imatinib, that's an interesting one. Ooh, they do have that. Oh, scary. It's a Taiwanese kin. It's a yeah. Ah. Yeah. Interesting. Imatinib. Oh, my friend's here. I should go. Oh, okay. All right. My Asian friend with Asperger's is here. I should probably go. You know, not the best show. You know, we're just doing some research together. I don't know. I apologize, but, you know. Duty call.